Hey everyone, I'm Michael Chestnut with Intentional Guy, and I'm just here real quick today to introduce you to a podcast that we're going to be doing shortly here. Be up next week. What I like about it is going to have two of my favorite people in the world. It's got Dwayne Hall and James Noggle are going to be with me on there. We are going to be going over um, a book that I put out called Intentional Man, and it is a devotional that we're going to be doing together. And it's actually going to be 9 weeks. We're going to start off the first week with the introductory of it, and we really want to encourage you guys to invite some people to do this. This is a really good time to evangelize, maybe with someone from work. This is also a good time. Maybe you have a teenage son at home. This might be that time that you sit down with your son and say, you know what, we're gonna dedicate this time each week to go through this devotional together and grow our faith together with God. What I do know and what I do want to tell you is I've heard a lot of great response from people who've read my book, Exposed, and I'm going to encourage you to read that because we are going to discuss that in this just because it talks about my life and that's just part of my story. And so we'll be sharing my story. And I think it's going to be important for you to know your story. When you can know your story and you can own your story, then you're not owned by the enemy anymore. For 15 years, and really truly, I would say probably 45 years, the enemy controlled me over certain things that happened in my life. Now, I chose to give him that power. I chose the name intentional because living with purpose is very important for each one of us. And as men, we need to be intentional in our everyday life. So I just want to encourage you guys to be ready. It's going to start next week. Don't know the time yet. Don't know the date. I'm still working it out with Dwayne and James, trying to get our schedule together. But I'm sending this to my friends, asking you be ready for this. I think you're going to really enjoy this. But if you know a man out there or a teenage boy or someone who's struggling in life and finding their time with God or who they are, they're suffering in their identity because life has a way of just taking over, doesn't it? This podcast is going to be an uplift for them. So I just want to encourage you, be ready for it. We'll see you then.